my little TisaTells. How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Kim Kardashian, baby, you letting Bianca Cersei know I'm always going to be HBIC. You better get it right. Y'all, there is a new report out that Kim Kardashian wants to talk to Kanye West's new wife, Bianca Censori, in a one-on-one meeting after a whirlwind wedding. Now, listen, I know I drag Kim, but this is one of the more, this is just actually good parenting. This woman is now this man's wife. Regardless of the personal feelings, she's going to be around your kids. You want to know this woman inside and out. But here's the real gag. As with everything with Kim, it makes sense on the surface, but baby, you know her. Remember? You know her. You couldn't stand her. You thought that she had eyes for Kanye and was trying to take your spot. She had been working with Kanye for, I believe, a certain amount of years, definitely over 4 or 5 years. I think they said 9 years. We'll verify that in a second. But even if it was only 2, 3, 4 years, she was always at the office. She was always in Kanye's face. She always gave you bad vibes. The kids were always at the office. They know Bianca. You know Bianca, because word of the curve is you couldn't stand her and wanted her gone because she was trying to get to your place. And isn't it funny that a few years later, she's sitting in your place? You know Kim's mad about that. But honestly, this one-on-one meeting makes sense because even though you might know her as the little hussy that was trying to get your man, that took your man, you now want to talk to her about, listen, let me talk about the kids, let me talk about boundaries, let me talk about respect, right? But this article has me cracking up because y'all, look at this. They said, where is it? Kim has concerns about the role Bianca will now play as a stepmom to her 4 children. I do want to say this. Kim wasn't even allowed to speak to Pete. And you had that man playing daddy to your kids and he dumped you literally a month and a half after you publicly introduced him to your kids, after he got Saint literally lost at Walmart. And you know what? Let me tell y'all a little story that I heard. Let me just sprinkle this in. So apparently, the real reason why it was so weird that Kim let Pete be walking around at the Grove with Saint, a lot of people are saying it was an FU to Kanye, but not for the reasons y'all think. So remember that whole thing with Pete Davidson, Kid Cudi and all this? So people are saying that the reason why Kanye took it so personally about Kid Cudi being friends with Pete is the fact that Kid Cudi, multiple times sources are saying, demanded that Kanye choose a side because Kid Cudi had beef with everyone. And he demanded that Kanye choose a side, pick a side, right? Kanye always rolled out with him. You, my friend, I'm going to be loyal to you. When it came to Pete and Kanye asked Cudi, yo, pick a side. And Cudi got brand new being like, I'm not going to do that. You're not going to make me. That's one reason why Kanye was like, what? Now, listen. We can argue about whether his response was overblown, but that's one of the reasons Kanye was like, what? Like, are you serious? I always rode out with you. And now I'm asking you to stand against a man that's breaking up my family. And you're telling me you're not going to pick sides? Yo, you fake, you phony. It's also weird that Kid Cudi had so much to say about Kanye and Kim and, making Kim feel uncomfortable when Cudi literally got, in trouble for putting them paws on his baby's mom. It's funny, right? One thing about those tables, they gonna turn. Funny how you projected so much on Kanye, but you were the person you speak about, Cudi. But aside from that, right? Let's get back to the Pete thing. So that was one thing. But also, the beef between Pete and Kanye goes a little deeper. So remember when Kanye showed up at, Saturday Night Live with the MAGA hat on, right? Y'all remember that. I know I do, right? Pete made a big deal about Kanye showing up with it. And Pete backstage stepped to Kanye like, yo, what are you doing? That's disgusting, blah, blah, and tried to put him in his place. Pete got a little in his bird chest. Okay, fine, man to man, except for Kanye wasn't alone. Kanye had his son, Saint, with him. And while Pete was acting a damn fool, Saint was holding on to his daddy's hand. He literally stepped to Kanye while he had his son with him. while they were literally working, right? Because it was Saturday Night Live, this and that, he stepped to him. And Kanye never forgot that. I'm sure he shared that with Kim, that he ain't appreciate that and blah, blah, blah. So imagine now Kanye's anger, and it hit a little different when Kim is literally flaunting the relationship with the dude that did all this. And again, Kim can do what she wants. But the fact that the next time at the Grove, if you guys don't know what the Grove is in California, I'm telling you, if you do not want to be seen, do not go to the Grove. You have photographers zoomed in with Pete holding your baby's hand, and the same man that like literally punked you. You were kikiing about the Netflix stuff, and on top of that, there are rumors that Pete lost Saint in Walmart for a second. I'm just saying, Kim and Kanye go petty with each other. But that's what I'm hearing the story is as to what the beef was like, how deep it went between Kim, Pete, and Kanye. I don't know what Kanye did to her, but Kim hates his guts. Now, cut to Pete's dating you. Dating you. It's not even engaged, nothing. You got your kids doing this, doing that, blah, 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 playing daddy. He broke up with you a month and a half, never talked to your kids again. And you got him playing daddy. But Kanye wasn't allowed to say anything to Pete. So it's odd to me that now she started, again, I think that Kim was wrong back then when she said Kanye couldn't speak to Pete, but I also think that Kim has a right to, of course, to speak to someone that's gonna be playing mama to your kids. Now, also this lets you know, it also lets you know she wants to establish ground rules for when Bianca spends time with her 4 young children, including guides on care, food, electronics, app. She said she already has started the vetter, which is standard for anyone that comes into contact with her children and will have access to them. Y'all, you know what that means. Kim's running background checks on her. Despite this, Kim is reportedly furious with the hitmaker for his double standards after he publicly lashed out at her ex-boyfriend, Pete Davidson, for spending time with the kids. Again, Kim, it's not the same thing. This is this man's wife. She legally has a right to spend time with the kids. But that said, Kim, you 100% have a right. Look into her background better, because before you were just looking at her as some thirsty girl trying to get your spot, and she got it. But now she's your kid, right? Given Kim's custody agreement with Kim, the data for will have to comply with her demands about Bianca. They said they are Kanye's rules anyway, so he can't object. It's unclear whether the ex's kids have met Bianca. Of course they have met Bianca. They have been in that office. They have met Bianca. Bianca is not a stranger. And as much as people want to paint her as, Bianca is not a stranger. The way that TMZ wants to be like, Kanye married an employee. Now, this is all I'm going to say, right? Why when I first heard this and they were just like, we want to talk to Bianca. We want to see what's going on. We want this. We want that. I had a picture of Chloe and Kim rolling up, and like Rob come walking real slow, like orale vato, what set you claim, right? And Chloe Money having a scarf on her head, her taking her earrings off and rubbing Vaseline on her face because that's what she saw on like Roll Bounce or whatever, like shows she saw about like Black culture, right? And like Kim being out there being like, come outside, Bianca. We just want to talk. We promise. We just want to talk. Again, when I heard Kim wants to like sit and have a face-to-face, I literally was thinking like, don't let them get like, you know Chloe, and Chloe would be the one to be like, and remember how Kamora Lee was like, you need to check those bees and let them know, and literally put some like air under their wings, put a battery in the back, like they just ruggers, this and that. Come outside, Bianca. Like, we just want to talk. We swear. While Chloe's like pacing, we just want to talk. Literally thinking they gonna punk Bianca. Again, don't get me wrong. Anyone that dates Kanye, whether they're a good influence or not, the Kardashians are going to destroy. Because at the end of the day, as long as Kanye doesn't have a stable relationship, then it always looks like the problem's him, not Kim. And Kanye actually gets a stable relationship, somebody that truly, really, really has his back, and he like sinks into that, then the problem will always look like it was Kim. But again, that's what the streets are saying. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.